Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm taking you on a mini tour through the heart of Tokyo's gay nightlife, specifically around Shinjuku, Ni-chome. You may have heard that Japan has its own unique gay nightlife culture, which can be a little bit intimidating for newcomers. But don't worry, I have picked out 5 awesome spots that are super welcoming to international travelers, friendly to English speakers, and perfect if you want to meet both locals and visitors. Let's get started! First up is AiiRo Cafe, which honestly is one of my personal favorites here in Ni-chome. For starters, it's really easy to find, and on busy nights, you notice people speeding out onto sidewalk, chatting away. Right off the bat, you get a super friendly vibe that makes it perfect for anyone who might feel a bit anxious about stepping into Tokyo's gay nightlife scene for the first time. Now about pricing, you're generally looking at 500 to 1500 yen for drinks, but here's the kicker. If you come here during the happy hour from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., you pay 1000 yen total, and you can drink as much beer as you like. It's pretty hard to find a better deal than this in this part of Tokyo. Despite the bar's small size, you'll usually find a friendly crowd hanging out inside, plus more people congregating outside. Strike up a conversation with some locals or fellow travelers, and by the time you finish your first round, you'll probably have an idea of which bars or clubs you want to hit next. It's a perfect warm-up spot to get you feeling right at home in Tokyo's gay nightlife scene. Let's move on to AiiRo Tokyo, which for me is a classic stop in Shinjuku Ni-chome. Now, if you're not in the mood for heavy dancing just yet, this is a great, more low-key option compared to a full-on club. It may not look like much from the outside, but once you stepped in, you'll notice a friendly, laid-back atmosphere that feels more like a neighborhood bar, just with a bit of Ni-chome twist. With this Brooklyn lounge vibe and chill music, I find it's really popular with a diverse group of people. One evening I visited, I had a great conversation at the bar with a couple of fellow travelers who gave me fantastic recommendations for ramen spots in Shinjuku. It's that sort of friendly environment that keeps people coming back. Drink prices hover around 700 to 1000 yen, and you don't run into a cover charge here, which is plus. If you are like me and sometimes want a break from the blasting dancing music, AiiRo Tokyo's more relaxed feel can be a breath of fresh air. I say show up around 9 or 10 p.m. if you want a decent crowd without feeling overwhelmed. It's an awesome bar for actually getting to know people rather than just shouting over the speakers. Now, AiiRo Tokyo Blue is a completely different beast compared to its sibling, AiiRo Tokyo. This place is where you find a more energetic, clubby vibe, definitely for the folks who want to dance, mingle, and soak up some high-octane nightlife. The first time I walked in, I immediately felt the buzz from the crowd and the music. It's got that modern look, and they clearly put thought into the lighting and decor to give it a sleek, stylish atmosphere. One thing to note is that there's typically a 2000 yen cover at the door, but you do get a 1000 yen drink ticket included. So if you're planning to have at least one drink or two, it's sort of balanced out. The music set list ranges from pop hits to some electronics or dance-heavy tracks, and there's even side area if you need a breather from the dance floor. Just remember to bring enough cash for the cover and a few extra cocktails. So whether you are craving a chill night with good conversations at AiiRo Tokyo or you are ready to tear up the dance floor at AiiRo Tokyo Blue, both spots offer something unique within Ni-chome's diverse gay nightlife scene. Moving right along, we have King Tokyo. This is another very international friendly bar, which means lots of staff who are comfortable chatting with foreigners. The vibe here is more bar meets club with a variety of music, pop, dance, and hits from overseas charts. Drinks run around 700 to 1000 yen, and there's no cover as far as I've experienced. Crowd-wise, it's predominantly international. You see tourists, expats, flight attendants, you name it. If you want to see it at its liveliest, consider heading over closer to 11 p.m. It definitely picks up as the night goes on. If you want to experience slightly different vibes, King Tokyo is part of a trio, with Queen Tokyo as one of the best lesbian bars in Shinjuku Ni-chome right across the street. If you're feeling adventurous later in the night, you can always make your way over to more clubby cousin Kingdom Tokyo and compare the vibe. Last but definitely not least, let's talk about Dragon Man, one of Ni-chome's long-standing favorites for those nights where you really want to let loose. It's known for having a high-energy dance vibe, especially on the weekends where the place gets pretty packed and feels more like a club rather than a simple bar. One thing to keep in mind, Dragon Man does have a cover charge that can range from 1,000 to 2,000 yen, so it's a good idea to confirm the exact amount before you head in. Drinks run around 800 to 1,000 yen, which is standard for this area. But here's the part you don't want to forget, it's cash only. Make sure you stock up on yen so you're not scrambling for an ATM in the middle of the night. Once you're in, the vibe is super lively. Expect a fun mix of locals and international visitors. The space itself isn't huge, which means you'll find a bustling dance floor that's both crowded and totally energetic. If you're craving that classic Tokyo nightlife rush with 80s vibe, Dragon Man is definitely the spot to hit up. Just bring the cash, brace yourself for a high-energy crowd, and have a blast. So there you have it, 5 fantastic bars in Shinjuku Ni-chome that are especially welcoming to international travelers. Before you head out, remember these quick tips. Bring cash, some bars won't accept cards. Check for cover charges, peak time vary. If you want a crowd, head over around 10 or 11 p.m. But be aware that the last subway usually leaves around 12 a.m. Most importantly, be open and fun exploring Tokyo's amazing gay nightlife scene. Thanks for watching, guys! If you found this guide helpful, please like, subscribe, and share with your travel buddies. Drop a comment below if you have visited any of those bars or if you have any recommendations. I'll see you in our next video. Happy partying in Tokyo!